Hello, everybody. It's TJ back again with another ranking. Today, I decided to do a band that is actually pretty decently popular in comparison to Swans. R.e.m. Yeah, R.e.m. Started as a garage rock band, slowly began to move on to pop to they've done a lot of different things, but whether you think they're garage, you think they're pop, or you think they're it's really hard to explain what REM is mostly. But anyway, if you like REM too, you can put your own ranking in the comments below. My ranking could easily change tomorrow, honestly, especially the latter half of this. Like the former, actually, the lesser albums on here could easily change. But other than that, my number one set in stone. My number two is set in stone. Probably three and four are set in stone. I don't know. Uh, anyway, let's just get started. For At the bottom of the barrel is it was easy. It's Around the Sun. I could not tell you, besides Electron Blue, which is an okay song. I don't remember a single a song off this album. Like, it's 50 something minutes long, probably 54, 55 minutes. And it goes nowhere. I don't remember a single. I remember that Q-Tip is on a song, and I feel like he could have been implemented better. Like, I feel like they only used him as like a gimmick, like a how do you do fellow kids situation. That's just how I felt with him. Like, he's a good because don't get me wrong, Q-Tip's an amazing rapper, but they could have done more with him. Like, it was a little disappointing. But like, and the other issue is that is literally all I could say about this album. Like, it is and it's too long. Like, 55 minutes with like one decent song is like, yeah, I don't want to sit through all that. Okay, so next up we have Collapse Into Now, their last album before they split up. I mean, they had one-off reunions here and there, but as a full-time band, this was their last studio album. I like this a little bit better because, one, it's shorter. Two, there's two songs off here I really like. Like Uberlin, really, I've heard that on the radio a few times. It's a really good song. And Mine Smell Like Honey, really good songs. Those two are. But once again, like, the issue with Around the Sun, nothing else sticks with me. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they just don't. They just seem so uninspired. I guess they there could have been a lot to do on this album that didn't really click with me. And I know, like, oh, you want me to talk about this, but there's really nothing to talk about these albums. They're just bland, and you don't want that on an album. You want something that sticks with you, and nothing really sticks. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. At Collapse Into Now. Let's move on. Accelerate came out in 2008, and with it we get classic, even though it's 2008. Supernatural, Super Serious, Man Size Wreath, and Home, and all three of those really damn good songs. I really love Man Size Wreath is my favorite on this album easily. Second to, actually, no, maybe Supernatural, Super Serious I like just a little bit more. But again, like, the point I have with the other two is that besides like those three songs, and actually in this album, there's not really a bland moment, but there's nothing that's. But again, it doesn't stick with me. Like, it's a fine album. Like, there's nothing like too boring off this album. Like I could listen to it front to back again easily. I just wouldn't be like singing, well, listening quite as much to a lot of that songs on this album. 1998 is when they released Up, which had them going in a different direction. They wanted to go electronic. They were trying something new, maybe appease the modern audiences because electronic music was a big thing around this time. It works sometimes. Like I like the song Lotus. I like Day Sleeper. I like Diminished was a okay track, and Suspicion was fine. Like a lot of these songs were fine. I don't see myself coming back to it that often because I'm like the least familiar with it in comparison to a lot of the other albums ahead of this list. But there is something to be liked about this album. This has a lot of fine moments. And you could say it's underrated, but it suffers from being a little bit too long. It's their second longest album at 64 minutes, and I feel like it's not the electronic parts are not used to their full potential. They could have maybe if they trimmed down this album to be like 40, 45 minutes, it probably wouldn't have lost a lot. But yeah, like this album is like it's got some stuff on it that I've come back to a lot. Like again, I love the song Lotus. I like the song Diminished. I like the song Suspicion. The first track on this is really good too. I don't remember the name of it. If you, yeah, I'll put the name of it at the left here. But yeah, but that's about it. Like this, it could have been shorter, and it could have been used to its full potential, way better than it did. Reveal came out in 2001. As of this video, it's in a few days after this video. It will be around 24 years old. There's a lot. This is, again, and I said it already with Up. This album is also very underrated. Uh, it's not as because in the 2000s, R.e.m weren't making a lot of hits in comparison to like Automatic for the People in the early 90s, or Losing My Religion. A lot of other albums they've made early on definitely were bigger hits. But Reveal, you have I'll Take the Rain. I love that song. That is such a that's such a good song. It's hard to explain. I'll Take the Ring. I'm not good at explaining these things. I'm just ranking it, and I'm not much of an explainer. But you also get songs like All the Way to Reno and Imitation of Life. Those, I think Imitation of Life was a decent hit too, which is pretty good that late in their career. Uh it does suffer from being a bit boring. Like there is like I've Been High is a good song. Like some of the singles are much, what I'm saying is the singles are much better than the rest of the album, which is a issue a lot of bands have had, where the best songs are the singles, and that's kind of what you hope for. I mean, it's not as bad as like Around the Sun, which had the one good song, and that album had many singles. But I don't I find myself come. This is this album I come back to the least full, which is weird because, well, actually no, around the other ones I've come back. I come back to Up more than I do this album, but it's like the singles are so good. I hardly come back to it in full, and that kind of sucks, to be honest with you. I maybe as years go on, this will be higher, but seeing as R.e.m is not a thing anymore, and they probably won't make another album, I'm probably not gonna re-rank this. So yeah, let's move on to the next album. We've now cracked into the top 10, and what do we get? We get Out of Time. I know there's probably gonna be a little bit of controversy with this one. Uh, you think with an album with Losing My Religion, Radio Song, and Near Wild Heaven, all all the good songs, you'd think with that many songs, good songs, it would be much higher than it is. It comes down to it being top heavy. The time side is far, far superior to the memory side. I think top side is, I think side A is time side, side B is memory side. Anyway, uh, and all those song, all most, if not all the songs on the first side are really damn good. Like Losing My Religion, even though it's their most popular hit, it's still a really good song. Uh, Radio Song is underrated. I know it's got rapping in it, but I feel like they implemented it here better than they did Q-Tip, and I don't even remember the rapper's name. Maybe if I remember, I'll put it below the album here, since I'm putting the albums right there. And it comes down to the memory side being not that good in comparison. Like, for instance, Shiny Happy People. I fucking hate that song. It sucks. It has not aged well. I don't know how that became a hit. It is so bad. And like I know that's not an unpopular opinion. A lot of people hate that song. Like at least R.e.m fans hate that song. And like other fans maybe like love hate that song. I'm not a love hate, but it's like definitely one of their most cheesy songs. However, I will say excuse me, on the latter half of the album, we get country feedback, and in my personal opinion, that's the best song in the album. That is easily one of their most underrated songs, and it is so beautiful. And we do get Text to Karma on there, and which is also good. But like after, other than that, on the second side, I really do not care for the latter half of the album. Let's move on. Next up, we got their sophomore album, Reckoning. Not quite a sophomore slump, so to speak, but it is, in comparison to their debut, lacking a little bit. It's not a bad album by any means. I mean, with an album with So Central Rain, I'm Sorry on it, and Don't Go Back to Rockville, and Camera, and Seven Chinese Bros. I mean, I can't go wrong with that. Like, So Central Rain is, on its own, is a beautiful song, and Camera is one of their underrated songs for sure. Hold on, uh, but think I think it just comes down to me not being as familiar with this album in comparison. Like it's still a good album. I should definitely listen to this album a lot more than I have. But like it's not a bad album. It just goes down to me not being as into it as a lot of other people. Um yeah, that's surprising. All I have to say about this album. Let's move on. The album preceded uh Reckoning, Fables of the Reconstruction. This one's a weird one. It's got like Southern Gothic themes. It's like they kind of wanted, not I wouldn't say as Gothic as The Cure, but it's like they took inspiration from them. This one wasn't as big as a hit, and I feel like it's a shame kind of, because it's like there is, I mean, Driver 8 is on it. Get There From Here is on it. Freaking Old Man Kenzie, that's my personal favorite song on the album. And like the southern themes they got throughout the album are pretty good. I don't even like country. But like, man, This album should have been a big hit for sure. I don't know how it managed to slip through. I think Driver Hit Driver 8 was a decent hit for them, but that's about it. I don't think a lot of the other ones, maybe Can't Get There From Here was a decent hit. But that's about it. I don't think this album really did much for them. Uh, so yeah, that's all I have to say about Fables of the Reconstruction. Let's move on to the next one. Monster, their 1994 album. After coming off the success of their previous album, Automatic for the People, like that album's huge. It's among people considering it to be the best album ever made, or their favorite album at least. We get Monster, and they try to fit with the times, and this is a thing a lot of people do, a lot of bands have done, where they try to do things that were like huge at the time. Like with Up, they've done that before. They've done it with Up, where the electronic music was huge. And in this case, it's grunge. They've got there's like a grungy like feel to this album, and I know a lot of people don't like this album as much as I do, but I cannot help but love it. It's got What's the Frequency, Kenneth? Crush with Eyeliner is a really damn good song. Bang and Blame is my personal favorite. Uh, I know King of Comedy is a stinker off the album, but like Crush with Eyeliner, What's the Frequency, Kenneth? Bang and Blame, Strange Currencies, Star 69, all those really good. I may not come to Star 69 enough, but like the rest of that entire this entire album is very underrated, and I feel like it should be giving a second chance. Like there, it kind of sucks that this one isn't beloved. Um, I wish I had more to say about it, but that's really about it. Also there is a kind of a glam feel at times, like definitely Crush with Eyeliner's got like a glam like I don't know. It's not just because it's called Crush with Eyeliner either. But I don't know. I feel like some of the songs are glammy a little bit. Oh, by the way, I'm playing with magnets. Like maybe Bang and Blam too. Just a little bit. And yeah, that's about it for this album. Let's move on. Their debut album, 1983, Murmur. Uh, Very influential. Another one of those albums that really defines a genre, like garage rock, like not quite garage rock revival, but garage rock became huge again with this album. Like it wasn't really dying, but I guess I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, uh, this album's lower on my list, but it's only because of personal preference. Like I still love a lot of the songs. Like Radio Free Europe was like a decent hit for them, and think I've heard it play on the radio before, which is weird because it's not like one of their bigger hits. Uh, this album has a lot of singable moments, like again, Radio Free Europe. Damn it, Catapult, West of the Fields, Talk About the Passion, Sitting Still, like all of these songs I can sit here and sing to, and I'm singing to the like Catapult in my head. Catapult, catapult, catapult. West of the Fields too. West of the Fields, West of the Fields. Oh, 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 oh. Like how can you not love that? It's so good. It's so freaking wholesome too. Uh, but yeah, it's maybe this low, but don't. That doesn't mean I discredit it. It's a really damn good album, actually. Let's move on. We are down to the top five now. If you made it this far, this is gonna be my. I'm gonna do this every time with top 10 or top five checkpoint. I'm thinking I'm gonna do top five. I did top 10 checkpoint in the last video. But since top 5 is closer to the top, I might start doing it at the top 5. But this is your top 5 checkpoint. If you made it this far into the video, please leave a like and subscribe too. And you know what? If you want, leave a hate comment. I won't change my opinion because of that comment, but if you want to vent out your frustration in my opinion that I won't change, go ahead. And also subscribe, please, because I want to keep doing these long form ranking videos because I think they're really fun. I'm starting to rank Prince's albums from 1978 to 1995. I'm not doing them all. He's got 40 freaking albums, and that's like, there's a lot of them that are like over 3 hours long or so. I think one of them is anyway. But yeah, anyway. Next, we have freaking Life's Rich Pangent. Pangent? Pangent? I think it's Pangent. Uh, this is another album that people probably put at their favorite, and I can see why. It's like they took everything they learned about the previous albums and just went full force with the garage rock, the jangle pop. Fall on Me, really good hit. This is where we walk. It's really good, really nice. Their cover of Superman by what what band? I don't remember the band. I think it was a one hit wonder for them too. I've heard the original version. It's not good. No offense. Uh, that's that's a that's a bop. Kui Hoga actually is probably my favorite off this album. It's such a big statement, honestly. Cuyahoga is, of course, talking about the pollution of the Cuyahoga River, which environmentalism is something they would touch on again later on. And, yeah, them and environmentalism, man. An environmental environment envir, environmentalism is something that they is a big issue, especially in the 80s. Especially now. I don't think it was a big as I don't think it's as big as an issue now, but it's still there. Well, I guess it is because of the fires in California constantly. But here it hits different, to be honest, because I don't know if it's their first time, and it's one of the first times they've ever hit like touched on the subject. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Life's Rich Pangent. We'll move on to number 4, which is New Adventures in Hi-Fi. This is their longest album to date, and will always be, obviously, because I don't think the band's not around anymore. Um, yeah, New Adventures in Hi-Fi, as the title suggests, is very high fidelity. uh, really, very well produced. 65 minutes long, and unlike Up, there's not really a dull moment on this album. And it's got my favorite R.e.m song, Leave, which is also their longest song at 7 minutes and 18 seconds or so. I love that song. I really do. It's not, I don't sing along to it. That's a thing I do a lot. I sing along to a lot of songs. And the difference between that song and like a lot of other R.e.m songs is that it's not a sing along song. It's a shut up and listen type of song. You also got Evo the Letter and How the West Was Won and that song, um, which were decent hits, I believe. Bittersweet Me is another really good song. That's another top 5 like R.e.m song. We got Electrolyte, The Wake Up Bomb, New Test Leper. I'm forgetting some of these songs. This out that and if it's not, this album doesn't have any bad moments on it, and this a lot of it's not forgettable. But it is long, so I don't get the chance to listen to it as much as the other albums I had on this list, the top 3. Which, by the way, next up in on the list, I'm done talking about hi-fi, by the way. Shoo, I love you. Shoo. Uh, Document is next. Makes the top three, and wow, if they step up their game on Life's Rich Pageant, they stepped up their game on this album, because this album has a lot of good songs. I mean, an album with two really big hits, like freaking the one I love, and it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. You can't really go wrong. An album like that. And also, Finest Work Song is another rated. Was also a hit. Uh, that's a good song. It's a different, decently heavy rock song. Uh, oh, fuck. Excuse me. Uh, anyway, it's also got Oddfellows on it, which I think is also, if I haven't mentioned it already, underrated tune. I don't come back to "It's the End of the World as We Know It" as much as I used to. It is a little. It is. I'll admit, it's a little overrated. If it weren't for like this album being a bop in general, front to back, I probably would have put this lower. Maybe I think at other times I will put this lower than Hi-Fi, but right now this is where it is. And yeah, that's really, that is unfortunate, because that's actually all I have to say about this album. This album is really good. It's really underrated. So yeah, let's move on. All right. All right, here. The top 2 with process of elimination, if you know what number 2 is, you'll know what number 1 is. What's it gonna be? Number 2? Going once, going twice. If you guessed Automatic for the People, you are correct. Yeah, I know. Automatic for the People is like one of the best albums ever made. Why would you put this? Anyway, uh, it has a lot of good songs. It has freaking. It starts with Drive and ends with Find the River. Find the River. Is that what it ends for? I don't remember. I think it's Find the River. I don't. I think it might. Or maybe it's Night Swimming. But I'm pretty sure it's Find the River. Uh, it has the 3 good songs, including also a lot more. Everybody Hurts, and The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight, Ignoreland, uh, Sweetness Follows. I can name this entire album if I wanted to. I, I have an issue with Starmy Kitten. I that's a throwaway song, to be honest. It is. I end up skipping that if I listen to this entire album, because it's just eh. Like, I don't really get why it's here on like one of the best albums ever made. Maybe some people like it. I really don't like it. Like, I'm sorry. That is mostly the reason why it falls at number 2. And the top 2 are set in stone. Uh, but other than that, that's just it. This album is awesome. Otherwise, New Orleans instrumental, I actually never really minded. Mini interludes. So I don't mind that, and I know a lot of people probably would put that as their worst, but it's for me, it's easily Stormy Kitten. So now, process of elimination. We already know what number 1 is. It is Green. Yeah, Green. The album with Pop Song 89. The album with Get Up, Stand, New Leader Pretend, You Are the Everything, Orange Crush, Hair Shirt, Untitled, I Remember California, and one of my top 3 favorite songs by R.e.m. Turn You Inside Out. What the hell was that, DJ? Um, yeah, I can sing this entire album front to back. I know that's how you know you love an album so much, is that if you know a lot of the lyrics front to back, you know you get that is like your favorite album. Honestly, it is so damn good. It is so singable. At times, it's really damn danceable. I cannot go wrong with this album. Honestly, this is such an underrated record on there. And I understand, if you were to say "Automatic for the People" is your favorite record, I I can't argue with that because that album is so special. But for me, it's Green. Green is easily the special one for me. And also, I won't argue with Murmur or Document either, because I know a lot of people might say that as a favorite. But most people will say Automatic for the People. And yeah, I can't say otherwise. Like, it's a good album. But for me, it's Green. So that is my ranking. If you watched till the end of this video, I would like to thank you. If you skip to the end, and we're hoping for Automatic for the People, I'm sorry, it's Green. Hello, people from the beginning of the video, skipping to the end. It's Green. It's not Automatic for the People. Fuck you. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's the entire video. Uh, if you would like to see more, maybe even request a ranking, I'm very picky with music, so I don't know if I'll do it. Uh, it doesn't hurt to ask though, so let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. I will see you again very soon.